Built my name on shifting sand, every dream clenched in my hand. Called it freedom, called it right, but it kept me up at night. Every yes I said to me drew me further from belief, till the cross stood in my way and asked me would I choose that day. So I lay it all down, every crown, every sound, every plan I held tight, every wrong called a right. If losing my life is the cause to be found, then I lay it all down. I don't walk by what I feel, I walk by what He sealed. Some roads died, some doors closed, some prayers hurt more than hope. This flesh still fights, this heart still bends, but truth decides how this story ends. I don't belong to who I was, I've been marked by holy blood. So I lay it all down, every crown, every sound, every plan I held tight, every wrong called a right. If losing my life is the cause to be found, then I lay it all I've changed, I lost my fire. I say I buried old desire. What they call change, I call release. What died in me gave birth to peace. I won't rewrite the narrow road, I won't make light of what He spoke. If obedience cuts me deep, it still's the only way I keep. Take my will, take my name, take my strength, take my shame. If I'm yours, then let it show, even when it costs me all I know. I lay it all down, I don't turn around. No life in my hands that I wouldn't give back. If losing my life is a way to be found, then I lay it all down, then I but yours. Said what I didn't wanna hear, cut through my comfort, strip my fear. Called my sin by its real name, didn't soften it, didn't play the game. I said what I didn't wanna hear, didn't stroke my pride or dry my tears. Truth don't bend to make it clear. I said what I didn't wanna hear. I wanted verses about blessing, promises without the cost, something I could quote in public while my private war was lost. I searched for lines that fit my plans and skipped the ones that burned. But every page I tried to dodge was the page I most needed to learn. It didn't whisper sweet approval, it didn't say I'm fine. It held a mirror to my soul and drew a sharper line. It said what I didn't want to narrow roads are often steep. The dying to myself each day is how the wounded learn to breathe. It said what I didn't want to hear, that grace is costly, not a shield, that love is more than tolerance, and truth is never concealed. It spoke of crosses, not applause, of surrender, not control, of losing what I called my life to finally save my soul. It didn't flatter my ambition, didn't celebrate my will. It told me pride was poison and silence kills, sharper than a two-edged blade. It cut through bone and lie, not to wound without a reason, but to keep my heart alive. Better pain that leads to healing than comfort dressed as light. Better truth that breaks me open than darkness feeling right. It said what I didn't want to hear, and that's what set me free. The truth that bruised my arrogance brought mercy back to me. It said what I didn't want to hear, but needed more than breath, the word that killed my old desires, rescued me from death. I didn't want conviction, I wanted validation. But truth loved me enough to dissent, to disagree. The doctor said it spreads in silence. I knew that voice, I'd heard it before. Sin is a cancer in the marrow, a shadow in the veins. It feeds without permission, it multiplies in shame. You can numb it for a moment, you can dress it up in religion, but there's only one remission. Only one remission. It started as a whisper, a harmless compromise, a cell of quiet rebellion hidden from the eyes. I called it human nature, I said it's just who I am, while it was spreading through my spirit like poison through the glands. I treated symptoms, not the source. I managed guilt with pride, but untreated corruption doesn't stay confined. Sin is a cancer in the marrow, a fracture in the soul. It promises you comfort while it hollows out control. You can pray without surrender, you can sing without submission, but there's only one remission. That never reached the core, external reformation, but the tumor's still at war. Religion like a bandage on a wound that won't stay closed. The graveyard of intentions is where self-salvation goes. By his wounds we are healed, not monitored, healed, not managed, healed. The cross was not symbolic, it was surgical steel, cutting out the sickness, no relapse appeal. Sin was a cancer in my marrow, but grace ran through my veins. The blood became the medicine that washed away the stain. No more hidden infection, no more slow division. There's only one remission. His name is Christ remission. The diagnosis was death. The cure was a cross. Prove remission. Jewels cut through the dust tonight. One burns in neon, one hides from sight. Wide is the road and he calls my name. Gold in my eyes, but it ends in flame. Narrow the gate where the broken go, bleeding their pride in the undertow. I stood at the cross where the shadows meet. One path to hell, one at his feet. The wide road laughs with a whiskey grin, says bring your hunger, bring your sin. Crowds moving fast with their blinded eyes, trading their souls for a cheap disguise. I walked that dust till my boots wore thin, chasing a crown that was made of tin. Every mile just carved my grave, every freedom turned to a chain. A whisper cut through the market noise, lose your life if you want it, boy. Wide is the road and it calls my name. Sweet at first, but it brands with shame. Narrow the gate where the proud must fall. No room for ego, no room at all. I stood at the cross where the verdict was told. One path to death, one paved in blood. The narrow way is a lonely climb. No applause, no neon signs, just splinters, thorns in a rugged tree, and a man who died there looking at me. Count the cost, I heard him say, this road will strip your world away. But what is a world if you lose your soul? What is a king with an empty throne? You can dance with the crowd in the open gate, laugh now loud, but the end won't wait. Or bow your knees where the carpenter bled. Die to yourself or stay dead. No middle line, no neutral ground. One leads up, one drags you down. Wide is the road